The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now he's gonna... He just took a knee, Brock. This is a confusing choice here. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And on 4th down, they're going to kneel this one down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Unconventional strategy here, to say the least. They'll try for a field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Carney's kick is good. And that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. I guess they've had enough of this possession. They've got the punter out there on 1st down. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Bears football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Let's go.
And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Let's go now.
Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 3 on that game. And that's good for a Bears first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Set, go.
Chubb on the give, headed left. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Devon Holland there to make the stop.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Set, ready. Ready.
Running with Swift out of the gun. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Set it.
Here's Chubb up the middle. He still has room inside the 30. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Go.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears stretch their early lead to 9. Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Double count right here. Double count.
Rush coming for Wilson. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
First down, here's Russ. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bears territory.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Throwing on third, Wilson. He finds Slayton. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
14.
Now here's Russ. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jalen Johnson with the pick. Hits the 20. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Santos now for the extra point. Snowy weather, no problem for him on that point after. And the Bears take a 3-possession lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Kickoff taken at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31. A handoff to Tracy. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by Grady Jarrett. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Neighbors with a catch. And he'll get it up to the 44. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. It's an early lead for the Bears. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. On play action now, Wilson. Gets this to Slayton. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here's Tracy once more. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains, build momentum, and keep that defense on its heels.
First down from the red zone. Taken in by Bellinger. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
This is Tracy. And they will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Flushed out of the pocket. He's on the move. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send a man in motion. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Micah McFadden able to make the play. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
On 4th down, it's Torrey Taylor on for the Bears to punt this away. And this was certainly a miss hit, low and pretty short. And he locates the ball amid the flurries of snow to make the fair catch. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Giants football. New set of downs for him from the 46. They've got a man in motion. Trying the right side with Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Got a man. Robinson has it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
What?
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. To throw, here's Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain. Down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Just excellent effort on that catch and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Wilson, a quick throw, complete. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
14, got it.
They run, here's Tracy. What a hit, he gets flattened to the ground. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Quick pass, right side, complete. He has the New York touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play, right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants cut it to a field goal game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. First field goal was good. His second look from inside of 45 yards. Carney's kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Second half's going to start with a run by Chubb. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Let's go.
First down, and they go right back to him. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Let's go now.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Swift gets it, going left. They cross the 40 on a nice run. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. This play goes for 36. And that's a Chicago first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Going to the ground again on first. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. They'll run now on 2nd down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
19, Tiger, 19, shut up.
On 3rd down, here's Swift. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Still well short after the 3-yard run. It's going to be 4th down and 6. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. This 32 yards out on the right hash. Carney's kick is good. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Start.
Wilson. He's got him. That's Tracy. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Good, good.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stopped by Grady Jarrett. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Giants will have a 1st down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's Tracy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
They go right back to Tracy. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Now Wilson on the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Man in motion here. Here's 2nd and 14. That's caught at the 4. And that's a New York touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Devin Duvernay to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
All right, here we go, 2nd down.
Ready.
Williams on the play action. He lets one fly deep downfield. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working from the gun, Williams. Buying some time right. Looking for the back that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Chicago brings out the punting unit. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. The return begins on their side of midfield. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. This our last play of the quarter. On 1st down, it's Wilson. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Giants have the ball, and they have work to do to save their playoff run. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Bring out, quick. Let's go double count right here, double shot.
Running this with Tracy. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And it's no good. Not the time you want to see the extra point off the mark here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Here's Duvernay on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go!
Throwing off the play fake here. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Williams throwing again here on second down. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. Ready?
They're going play action. Swift hauls it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Here we go, shot. Check smash, check smash. Go.
They'll run for this. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
On the set.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
Back to the well again. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Ready?
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now.
This is Swift. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Come on, come on.
Going run again with Swift. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Set, ready?
On first down, they'll run. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They're set up at the 35 now.
Set up. Ready?
First down, here's Swift. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Ready, set.
2nd and 3 now.
Set. Set up.
Blown back, it's the handoff. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears needing 4 points. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Running behind center with Swift. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Big alert! Big alert! Check! Panther! Reload! Reload! Ready, ready?
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. The Bears decide to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Third and just 2 to go.
Go!
Chubb going for the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
Hey, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining.
Go!
Setting up to pass. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears push their lead to 3. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go!
Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Could not beat the defender there. And now they face 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
team.
Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Bears make the play that should win them this game.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Here we go, here we go.
Chubb here on first down. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. So Soldier Field sees another win for the Bears. And they're headed to the divisional round next week. Great start to their playoffs and getting the win at home, but the test's only getting harder from here on out. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.